Today on Bench Briefs, we're looking at a recent federal court decision that sheds light on how refugee claims are assessed in Canada. The case of Kumar vs. Canada, Citizenship and Immigration, raises important questions about what it means to qualify as a convention refugee and how immigration authorities evaluate evidence in these sensitive matters. Kumar is an individual who sought refuge in Canada, applying under the Immigration and Refugee Protection Act for recognition as a convention refugee. In simple terms, Kumar asked the Canadian government for protection on the basis that returning to his home country would put him at risk of persecution. Unfortunately for Kumar, his application was denied by the immigration authorities. Unsatisfied with that outcome, he challenged the decision in federal court, arguing that the authorities had not properly considered the full context of his claim or the evidence he provided. So, what exactly happened? Kumar submitted a refugee claim presenting facts about the situation in his home country and his personal circumstances. The authorities reviewed his application but found that Kumar did not meet the legal criteria to be recognized as a convention refugee. That meant they concluded he was not at sufficient risk of persecution if he were to return home. Kumar then turned to the federal court asking the judge to review the decision. He argued that the authorities failed to properly assess his evidence and the conditions in his country, and that the refusal was therefore unreasonable and inconsistent with the law. At the heart of this case were a few key legal issues. The first was whether Kumar actually qualifies as a convention refugee under Canadian law. To be recognized as such, an individual must show a well-founded fear of persecution based on things like race, religion, nationality, political opinion, or membership in a particular social group. The second issue was whether the immigration authorities properly evaluated all the relevant evidence, both about Kumar's personal situation and the broader circumstances in his home country. Finally, the court had to decide if the decision to deny refugee status was reasonable and lawful, meaning it had to be based on a fair and thorough assessment of the facts and the law. Why does this case matter? Refugee law is a crucial part of Canada's commitment to protecting vulnerable people fleeing danger. But refugee claims are complex and often hinge on detailed evidence about conditions in foreign countries and personal stories of hardship. Courts play an important role in reviewing these decisions to ensure fairness and adherence to the law. Kumar vs. Canada highlights the delicate balance between respecting the expertise of immigration authorities and ensuring individuals receive a fair hearing when their safety is at stake. This decision also reminds us that refugee claims require careful, individualized consideration. The federal court's role isn't to replace the immigration authorities' judgment, but to check that decisions are reasonable and legally sound. When courts find that evidence was not properly considered or that the decision was unreasonable, they can order the matter to be reconsidered, giving claimants like Kumar another chance. In the bigger picture, cases like Kumar's reinforce the ongoing challenges faced by Canada's refugee system. They underline the importance of thorough, evidence-based decision-making and the vigilance needed to protect the rights of those seeking safety. For legal practitioners, policymakers, and advocates, this case serves as a reminder of the critical role courts play in safeguarding the principles of justice and compassion in immigration law. Thanks for listening to this episode of Bench Briefs. Be sure to join us next time for another look at important legal decisions shaping Canada today.